Hello lovelies, I'm back with a skincare video, and it's not just any skincare video. This is probably the most exciting skincare video that I have filmed for my channel. This is real serious skincare, you guys. This is stuff that works. I'm going to talk to you about the TRIA Age Defying Laser. Now, you guys know I love TRIA. I've created content for them, like non-sponsored content, for ages. I really respect the technology and the research that they put behind their devices. And so when they approached me to try out the Age Defying Laser, I was like, oh heck yes, I love being a guinea pig. I'd like to say for you, but it's really mostly for myself. I want to satisfy the skincare scientist within me. This is working to improve your skin texture. It's working to reduce your pores. It's working to make your skin look plumper and tighter and more youthful. And it also tackles hyperpigmentation, which for me is a massive plus because I'm always looking for skin evening, skin brightening treatments. So the reason I was so excited about this device is because this works at the very deepest layer of our skin cells. So if you want long-term anti-aging skincare, with real results that are backed up by robust clinical studies. In other words, they have tested this under scientific conditions and they found it to work. If you want those real results, you need to work at your very deepest skin cell layers. So your skin actually comes in layers. You've got your top layer, which is called the epidermis, and then you've got your bottom layer, which is the dermis. Now, a lot of skincare only targets the top layer, and so you get superficial results. So if you're applying any creams and serums, then what you might get is like a temporary plumping up of the skin, but that doesn't last because it's only working on the top skin cell layers. So you've got the top layer called the epidermis, and then you've got your bottom layer, and that's really where the good stuff happens. That's your dermis. Your dermis is where you generate collagen and elastin. Now, collagen or elastin, many of you will know this, is really what makes your skin look youthful. And I'm not just saying this to you guys. I'm a 36-year-old woman, and genuinely I get mistaken for being in my 20s all the time. And I'm not saying that to boast. I'm saying it because I truly believe in using devices and skincare products that work. I was really interested in getting fractional laser therapy done towards the end of last year. I heard about it at my nail salon. The overall cost of it, because you have to get multiple treatments, can go from anywhere between several £100s to thousands of pounds. And so I was in the process of kind of researching it before I committed. And so can you imagine how excited I was when TRIA were like, try our Age Defying Laser. And this isn't just using technology that's like watered down for at-home use. This uses the exact same technology that they use in the devices that they have at the salon. My mind was blown. I was like, I need to try this. It's not only going to save money for you guys, and I want to recommend amazing stuff to you guys that works, but also you get to do it in the comfort of your own home. This is cordless. You can travel with it. It does come with a charging dock. I'll show you that in a second. It's super duper easy to use, but you guys don't be fooled by this little guy because he definitely packs a punch. Okay, so let me switch this on by pressing this button. Okay, now it's on strength 2. There are 3 strengths, number 1 being the mildest and number 3 being the least mildest. I work on 2 because that's just what I can handle at the moment. So the moment this touches my skin, this part of the device at the front there will emit thousands of microscopic beams of light. And what they will do, I always jump when I first touch it onto my skin because the sensation is a little bit uncomfortable. So what this is doing is it's kind of firing out thousands of beams of light and heat. It's creating sort of these thousands of tunnels. Those tunnels go through all the layers of the skin to target the lowest, the deepest parts of your skin to generate new collagen and elastin. How exciting is that? Now, if I lose contact, it switches off by itself. Okay, but the timer pauses as well. There is a time that is set to each level of intensity, so you can't get away with it. This is like, it's paused now. Until the timing is complete, it won't switch off, and it will switch off automatically. So on intensity 2, I believe it's somewhere around 2 minutes before the device switches off. And when it switches off, it beeps. Sorry? Yeah, you can see my skin going red. Now, at this stage, because I have been doing it for about 2 weeks, this for me is now basically pretty much painless. I don't really feel much. It is time for me to go to setting 3. I'll probably do it from tomorrow. Now, my skin right now is what it looks like after a 2-day break. So in 1 week, you use this device for 5 days. And whether you do it for 5 days straight and then take a 2-day break, or you stagger that a bit more, that's completely up to you. But you use it 5 days a week. And you use it for 8 continuous weeks. And then you have to give it a 4-week break. That break is necessary because that's the time that it will take for your skin to really start to generate all that new collagen and to fully heal. Now, it's in the healing process that your skin begins to improve in texture. Those fine lines start to disappear. Your skin starts to plump up. And that's the really exciting part, is that you're really generating this response from within. It's your own body that's reversing an age. You hear that? That's the traditional TRIA that you get. And that indicates that your time is over. Now you can see my skin. Oh gosh, I feel like I've come out of a thunderstorm. So I've just done 1 zone. You have 4 zones on the face that you target. So that's 1, 2, your forehead 3, and then this area is 4. You can see that my skin has become red. Like I said, I don't at this stage feel anything, but it didn't start off that way. Okay, so before you use this, your skin has to be completely clean. So there are no products whatsoever on my skin, no creams, no makeup, nothing, because you want the laser to be able to access your skin without anything, any barriers being in the way, right? So the first time I used this, I was very, very uncomfortable. My skin felt so sensitive afterwards. It was more pink than it was now. I was a tomato, basically. I was so red. And it was like I couldn't talk as I was doing it because it was really, really uncomfortable. A very sort of sharp, sort of prickly sensation. But then your skin does acclimatize to it very, very quickly. So I would say within about 30 seconds, the pain definitely reduces. And I reckon that's probably down to the adrenaline that's pumping through your body by then. And then that kind of numbs that sensation a bit. So yes, you definitely will feel something. But for me, that is a plus, you guys, hands down. With all of the anti-aging treatments that I have experimented with over the past like 10 years, the ones that were the most effective were the ones which created a reaction on the skin. You could see something happening, and with which you could see that there was a period of discomfort, of redness, of peeling, of dryness. Your skin starts to get flaky. That is when you know that real deep, long-lasting anti-aging results are going to be witnessed. For sure, hands down. So for me, the discomfort part, the getting red afterwards, was not a deterrent at all. The next day, and I think for 2 days after that first day, I became quite swollen. So my forehead was literally like it was like a bit spongy. Like I really, really swelled up. But I knew that that was expected. That was part of the side effects of using this device in the beginning. Now, those side effects, most of them do subside. My skin was very sensitive to the touch. It was kind of like, I really feel that. It's a bit sore. And on that first day, I didn't use any products on my skin as well. Now, TRIA do give a serum. You use a serum, and you can also carry on using your regular skincare products. So if you use a retinol, you can carry on using that. But in those first, I would say definitely the first day, maybe 2 or 3 days, I didn't use anything other than the TRIA serum because that sort of soothed the skin. It felt good to put that on the skin. But I was like, I'm not putting anything else. But now I do. I carry on with my skincare after I've used the device as normal. You just don't use anything before. I'm 2 weeks into my treatment with this. You're supposed to use it for 8 weeks and then you take a 4-week break. So these are not my final results, but I wanted to kind of document this journey with you guys. I also noticed browning of the skin, which is again something that you expect. So your skin kind of takes on a sort of bronzed brown appearance. A couple of days into using the treatment, I also noticed the mens, and it is a normal, natural and quite preferred actually side effect, because it means that the device is working on the hyperpigmentation or sunspots. Basically, it's targeting that melanin and pulling it out of your body. The mens stands for microscopic epidermal necrotic debris. You don't need to know that, but that's what it stands for. And basically, it's where you get these tiny little brown spots, almost like freckles, that appear on the surface of your skin, and they're quite rough to touch. And they tend to appear in areas where you've got a buildup of pigmentation, any areas that have got like additional exposure to the sun, where age spots might be forming. They're basically melanin deposits that are making their way out of your body. That's your indication that you've got healing happening. So my men started to appear on my chin. I got men's on the side of my forehead. Now I've actually still got a little bit, it's not massively noticeable, but I know because I know my skin. I do still have a little bit of the browning, bronzing here. The plus side to that is that I know that the technology is taking effect in all the areas where I'm seeing these changes. Now, a lot of my men's have disappeared. I mean, there was a time where all of this was like completely speckled with, looked like freckles, and all of this as well. Can you imagine my husband's response? He was just like, what are you trying on yourself now? Why are you always guinea pigging yourself? And I was like, no, I can be patient. There is no downtime. And that's another plus of this device. Okay, yes, you might see a bit of swelling. You might see your skin get a bit red or more sensitive, but it's nothing that makeup can't handle. And the fact that this uses non-ablative technology is also relevant here. So let me explain to you a little bit, delve back into the science just for a second. The Age Defying Laser uses a type of technology called non-ablative fractional laser. Non-ablative means it's non-wounding to the skin. Ablative fractional lasers tend to sort of almost like superficially burn off and wound the top layers of your skin cells, and that has its own results, but that's more invasive. Downtime is more, and you see more of the more sort of harsh side effects. This uses non-ablative technology, which means it's not wounding the skin, and they use light and heat to regenerate new collagen and new elastin. For me, this is definitely something that is worth my time and investment. Like, even if I hadn't been working with TRIA, I would have hands down purchased this device. I have purchased their devices before anyway. I just didn't know that they had this. The other thing is they give you a 60-day money-back guarantee. So if you purchase it through the TRIA website, they give you that 60-day guarantee. So there's no harm in trying it. You can return it if you like, if it doesn't work for you, if it's not something. I can't imagine anybody not being super chuffed with this, especially if you are into anti-aging. And certainly if you spend money on anti-aging skincare, this should be a must. They did this study where they found that it was something like 75% of women thought that this machine was better than their anti-aging creams and serums. And they had such a high rate of satisfaction from these women who took part in the clinical studies. They found like 90-something% thought that it had reduced their fine lines and their wrinkles. You get your 2-year warranty with this. You also now get 20% off if you use my code. I'll write details about that in the description box under this video so you know when that expires. You do not go around your eye area. Okay, so you have to avoid the eye area. There we go. That's that done. Give it a second. It'll go off and then I'll switch it on again. So can you see, like, this has blatantly been done? That's blatantly been done. So once I've completed this treatment, I just pop it into the charger like that. It takes about 2.5 hours to fully charge. I get 1 full use out of this. Some people claim that they get 2 uses before they have to charge, but for me, I definitely have to do it after every use. Oh, by the way, I also got a breakout. There you go. There's another side effect. I got a breakout over here, and that's normal as well. So again, with the kind of side effects that you start to see, you just carry on the treatment. I just didn't laser over my breakout area, but that was an interesting one. You don't go onto the neck, and you don't go too close to your eyes as well. There we go, it's finished. I'm gonna pop that on charge shortly, and then I'll take the serum. It's about 2 pumps or so. I'm gonna apply that all over the face. You can definitely already see a change here, and this is indicative of the fact that my skin has gone into recovery mode, and so I expect to see a drastic change here after my 8-week period is up when I catch up with you again. All right, guys, take care. I'll see you soon. Mwah.